Welcome everyone to the test department. I am Ian Stedman from Magic Meeple Games, and we are here playing Incoming Transmission, returning to Kickstarter here on Thursday, February 7th, 2019. That is next Thursday. And here tonight playing with me, I have Nemo Rathwell, the designer of Overworld. Say hi, Nemo.
Hi, folks.
And I also have the designer of Incoming Transmission, as well as Fire Vitalon. That is Michael Lipton. Say hey.
Howdy, everyone.
All right, so what are we doing tonight? As you can see here in the lower left corner of the window, I have the current build of the Incoming Transmission Companion app, which is the big key killer feature that we're adding to the Kickstarter this time around. And I've already talked a lot about the timer aspect and the real-time triggers and the stuff based around the time-based events, but I want to showcase another handy tool in this today, and that is this board randomizer. So instead of shuffling the tiles, as we have not done yet here in the game, this is going to select the tiles that are damaged for us, and I'll go ahead and turn them over as they're revealed. So this is how we do that. We just click this button over here. Woo! All right, so that's going to leave us. That's going to leave. Let's see, flip that one, and that one. And
I love how the explosions spread out. That's a great animation.
I'm very pleased with how it turned out and how it sounds too. All right, so now that we're done with that, we can just go ahead and either reset the board if we want to and do it again if we're if we're dissatisfied with the results. But I like this, so we're going to go ahead and just close out of that for now. And if you wanted to, you could go right back and jump right back into the app and use the time attack mode. But we're going to go ahead and just focus on what we've got here already. And I'll zoom in here on the main board. So what we've got here is a standard game. This is going to be a turn-based game with a transmission deck we've built, 7 cards deep, so 7 rounds. Nemo and I are going to be playing as the cadet cooperatively, and Michael will take the role of mission control and have the mission. So do you want to go ahead and take your 3 missions, Michael?
Sure thing. I'll go ahead and grab one from each of the 3 different decks.
Yeah, and I want to focus on this too. So new feature in the game, the mission objectives have been spread out into 3 smaller decks, and you'll draw 1 from each instead of shuffling the whole stack together. This will help prevent certain clumping in the game and smooth out the difficulty curve. And it's been very helpful since we've implemented that change. Let me see if I can get closer here so the camera can see better. There we are.
So if the 2 of you are ready to go, I'm just going to go ahead and figure out my first set of 5 transmission cards to send off to you.
Yep, definitely. Begin whenever you're ready. So you've looked at your missions and you've decided the first thing you're going to have us attempt.
Absolutely. I've found 5 missions. Let's see. I have my 3 missions, and I'm figuring out exactly what I want you guys to do initially to hopefully get these all completed. So I have my 5 commands figured out. So what's our first transmission card?
All right, let's find out.
So we have a level 2, so just these 5
all right.
Shuffled.
5 shuffled, no tricks.
And there you go.
Go ahead, Nemo. I'm going to turn those over.
All right. There we go. Oop.
That's okay.
Yeah, right there. All right. Well.
So what are you thinking?
That's definitely going to land us right here no matter what we do.
East, right. So, I mean, if that's the case, then maybe we'll want to do something here, right? We could just tuck that into the end of whatever we're doing is going west, and then just say we take 2 steps over, pick something up, repair it.
Except we cannot pick it up until it is repaired, so this sequence is actually invalid.
Oh. We could do this.
Yes. We could do that. And I'm good with that, if that's your final answer.
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
All right, lock it in. Go ahead and move those parts.
Gonna pick this up. repair it, pick it up, and then having done so, go over
Turn to the
here.
west. All right.
This is where we're keeping our held thing right here?
Sure.
Okay.
That's a nice open spot for us. We can detach it from the board a little bit more over here.
Detach it, yeah.
So at this point, then just rinse and repeat.
Yep.
Hopefully you did what I wanted you to do.
We're also going to play with the signal boost cards here tonight. So when we complete each of our missions, we're going to get one of those as a reward.
All right. So I'm just going to take a quick moment here, review my mission to make sure you guys are on the right track for what I want done.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure everything's where I need it to be. Let's see. Yep. All right. So I've got a pretty good idea of what you're doing. All right. So just go ahead and grab a couple commands for y'all. Make life super easy, hopefully.
Hopefully, maybe.
As easy as it can be on a burning station in space.
One of those, and finally one of those. All right, second transmission card.
All right.
Once again, just 5 shuffle for y'all.
All right.
There you go.
So what do we got here? All right, so there's a repair, a alpha deploy, and another south, and a west. Now we're right next to this, so it makes sense that we would just. Here's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing what's going to happen is we're just going to kind of zoom around the board in this spiral.
Perhaps.
Currently, we're already carrying something. I think we could, let's say, if we were to go south and just quickly do a repair here, and let's say we wanted, you know what? Oh, we could go. Here's what we could do. We could go west to here, right? And then deploy in the smack dab in the middle of 3 of them.
We could.
Now it's adjacent to 3 of them. So to me, that seems pretty, like the likeliest thing to actually drop next to a thing it needs to be next to.
Yeah, it would be either there or right to the south of the fusion core, right here.
Well, yeah, but is there a sequence here I'm missing? Because I just did kind of like the human mind's bias of I found the first thing, confirmation bias. This is definitely what we should do, right? But what if I'm missing some alternate?
Well, the other possibility is to move south, repair, move south again, deploy the tile, the oxygen converter right here, and then move on to the west and leave ourselves on the hazard suit.
Okay, so this is on the idea that maybe it needs to get dropped next to the rescue pods in the corner here.
Yeah, so the crux is, do we put it here or put it here?
Yeah, well, to me, it seems like it's optimal to put it next to 3 broken things because we're going to be visiting all of them anyway.
Perhaps. Yeah, so you want to go ahead and lock in the south, then west first?
Why don't we do that?
All right.
All right.
Make it so.
South, and then we repair.
Ta-da.
And then we step west.
And then drop.
And then drop. Oh, it's.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead and move
Get
him
the kid out from under there. He's wearing a room as a hat. There we go. Okay, so
and
now having done that,
one more south.
Goes to south. Boom.
All right.
Take back the
Commander,
command
did we do anything right?
I'm going to work on your next set of commands.
Awesome. That's great.
I'm glad. I prefer that to the alternative.
So for the folks at home, if the answer isn't yes, he can't say anything. At least nothing relevant to the game, then,
Well, I picked out your next 5 command cards. Our next transmission.
Ooh,
oh, sweet.
We're going to get some help.
So, a clear signal. There's a level 1. There's a clear signal on the second command.
Okay.
All right.
Which means I get to tell you what your second command is before shuffling. And it's going to be north.
All right.
All right. And there you go. There's the rest of them.
All right. I kind of predict, before I do this, it's probably going to be repair this, step north, pick up the thing that's in the wrong place. That's my prediction. So I see there's a west, there's a west, there's a repair, and there is a north.
All right.
There is a north. Okay, so you see what's happening here. Well, here's the thing, though. Okay, suppose that it was that. Here's the problem with that. Now, what this set of commands would do is it's probably, not taking it to this spot. You know what I mean? That's if this was where we were supposed to have put it, this set of commands doesn't undo that mistake.
I agree.
So really, we see repair, which to me, we're standing on a thing that needs repairing. Well, that's a gimme. And then north, we know. But then we could go west. No matter which way we do the other three commands, we end up at this one, right? Am I reading that right? Yeah.
That is correct.
The only way we could change that would be if we did a repair, let's say, as we walked over this. But I'm like, when are we going to be back in this neck of the woods?
Well, if we're wrong and we choose the hazard suit, it will be an easier correction than if we pick the science lab and we were supposed to pick the hazard suit. We know because the second command is north that it can't possibly be the biotech lab.
Right.
So our two options... Wait a minute. Oh no, we actually have three options. We could repair the hazard suit where we stand. We could repair the science lab by putting it in the third node. Or we could take it up to the water purifier by doing all of our movement first.
Right.
Oh, that doesn't make a lot of sense, though, because he had us working over here. So it's got to be something, one of these.
Yeah, are we in a good enough position where we think that is this a desperate crisis, or can we just sweep up everything as we pass it and just...
Well, I'm going to consider what we did on our last round. We were sent south for, I presume, a reason. I feel strongly that this is probably where we're supposed to repair.
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been sent south. All right, well, I'm ready to just lock it in.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so flip that with the repair, and then go north, and then we travel west, north. Boom.
All right.
Hopefully no boom.
Do.
Right.
All right. We
Congratulations.
Successfully taken the oxygen converter to the hazard suit.
This I do want to kind of do. Na 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 na.
And so, if you've completed a mission, you get a random signal boost as well for you guys to use at some future point.
Okay.
So this is the overload receiver bonus. So we can redeem this during the decode phase. That's when we're deciding which commands to put in each node, 1 through 5. Mission control may put the last used transmission card back on top of the deck and use it again for the next round of play. During the next round, add 1 additional error to the transmission. So in other words, what that's going to do is put this discarded transmission card back on top of the deck. But we're going to treat it as if there was another error at the end. So we'd get a dummy card thrown in from the top of the stack. That would be a red herring. We'd have to choose to ignore one of the cards. Yes.
Gotta keep things rolling. So we've got a level 3. So there is going to be, give you a clear signal on the third command, which is great. Let me figure that one out first. Mentally go through my steps. Your third command is going to be east. However, because of the error, I'm giving you a random extra command that now you have to figure out which one is erroneous. So here you are. Best of luck.
Okay, and you ready for this?
Yes.
So there's a collect, there's a north, there's east, there's a repair, there's a north, there's a...
And one of those is a fake.
Maybe we just got... So there was no control. Was it a random fake?
Correct.
Right.
Okay. Well... Stands to reason we're standing on top of something that needs repairing, and we were sent here for a reason. Same logic as last one.
Yes, indeed. And it stands to reason that collecting it is a possibility. We know that there are lots of movement cards in the transmission deck, so chances are this is one of the fakes. Could be wrong, though.
I don't see us going 2 steps north.
No, and we did get our east as number 3, so...
Because if we go north and then east, then we're standing on top of something that might need to be repaired. But if we go 2 north, then why are we there? Like, I don't see us dropping something. I don't know. Could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm thinking that we're supposed to go east and north again, and end up between the Android and the Comlink module.
All right.
That's pretty much a gut prediction, but let's go with it.
You know, I'm happy with it. Let's
All right.
do it.
So you guys are claiming that this north is the error and
Yeah.
This north
discarding
is
it.
the error
We
and
will
just discard.
Throw that
All right.
away and
now-
proceed.
Repair that and then
Ta-da.
collect that. Oh, I'm flying away. There we go.
I got it.
And now go and east,
East
and then east, and then
and then
north.
north. All right.
The nice thing about this is, again, it's smack dab between 3 places that could get a bonus by having this thing dropped there.
Mm-hmm.
Watch and see if there's a collect in our next series of commands, or not a collect, a deploy.
We might even.
So would one of you kindly flip over the next... Ian, could you grab the next transmission card for
yes,
me, please?
I can do that. All right, our next one. Level 4.
Oh, boy.
Nothing but an error here. So we get 5
Hmm.
commands of mission control choice and then 1 random error off the top. That's bad.
Which has
Bad
been added. So best of luck.
Bad
There you
news.
are.
Thank
right.
you. All right, here we go.
So let's see.
There's a
got
north,
north.
a west, a repair, a deploy, east, east. All right, so I really believe deploy is going to be first. That's my view.
Yeah, I think you're more likely correct than not on that one.
We've got
We've got lots of options though for repairing.
east, east, northwest. I just can't see that possibly. I can't see repair being the error. Like, why would there be east, east, northwest?
Yeah, I think the question really is now: do we repair the Android or the X-ray scope? Though
I'd rather do.
I think
X-ray
maybe
scope, because otherwise we wouldn't have shot past the Android unless we were shooting past the Android by mistake and Michael can't tell us.
well, we had a repair on the last round too, and there's only 1, so maybe we were meant to go back and do that after dropping this water purifier off here because it started right here. Remember? So
I can see that.
We might have to do that, but I don't know. Go with your
Yeah,
gut. What
like
do you
if
think
we
this time?
Yeah, deploy and then west onto the Android, repair that one,
Hmm.
and then go north and east so that we could be prepared by next time being on the X-ray scope.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so
So
deploying.
is your error you're claiming?
Yes.
Take that away.
I can't see 2 east. Oop.
Go for it.
There we go. I can see that better.
All right,
you're
so now
deployed?
going west and then repair, and then north and east.
I'm just going to go ahead and collect these.
Doe.
And now I had to start getting creative because I am running out of transmissions to get things done. So now I have to hope that whatever I do gets across just right. I'm going to have to All right, so here's your 5 commands. Have at it.
All right. We have east, repair, east, west, collect.
Well, I'm going to go out on a huge limb here and just put this repair right there in the first node.
Say it ain't so.
Just a gut feeling.
Yes. Now, there's a couple of things we might be meant to collect because we didn't complete any missions in the past couple of turns.
That is true.
So maybe that means that the water purifier's in the wrong place.
I don't know about that.
Where was it supposed to have gone? Because there was no point where we had a mission complete. Otherwise, why would it have been there?
Because the condition isn't met until both pieces are repaired, and we haven't repaired the X-ray scope yet. So we could have satisfied the match, but they aren't both in the functioning state.
All right, that makes sense. Well, how does that interpret 2 easts and a west here? Like if we go...
If we were meant to use the water purifier again, he would have sent us south, I think.
So if it's repair and then east and then collect and then
the energy
west.
Pack.
Otherwise, why is there east and then west?
I agree.
Or, so...
I agree completely. Let's do that.
All right. Doing it. First we repair.
Ta-da!
We step east. We collect this. And then we carry it back.
All right. Mission control.
Oh, all right.
There you go.
Water purifier next to that X-ray scope. Fantastic.
Congratulations.
That's
and hey,
2 of 3. And we get another bonus here.
One more signal boost.
Particulate.
The abort command. That's my favorite one.
All right, so we can choose to discard this during the decode phase, and then we'll be able to ask Michael, the mission control player, to verify the command cards as we've ordered them. He will be able to respond yes or no. If the answer is yes, we can just proceed with those commands. If the answer is no, we can change our minds about things and rearrange them.
Super useful.
Very handy.
So we only have one transmission left.
So we better get ready to use this overload receiver.
We're
going to reuse the next one and add an error to that, so it actually would have an effect on the game now that it's been revised. So we could, because it's not the decode phase now, we're going to have to wait until our next turn there, and we are beholden to this one, which actually isn't too bad. So we get the number 2 command given to us, and an error at the end.
All right, let me just quickly put together my 5 commands for you.
I can deal with that.
And I'll just go ahead and preemptively redeem this overload receiver to put that right back on top of the stack, face up. Got a weird feeling we might want to use that.
Well, here's your 5 commands. So, which one do you get as a clear signal?
That would be number 2.
Yes.
Number 2. Wonderful. Your second command is south.
All right.
I'm going to grab a error for you to hopefully correctly identify. Shuffling those up.
All right.
And there you go.
Okay. So we have a west, east, west.
East. Oh my gosh, where are we going?
East and south.
So west, east, west, lots of east and west and souths. Lots of running.
What if... Okay, so there's 2 west, 2 east, 2 south total that we're dealing with as possibilities here. And it could be, let's say, well, none of this actually deploys.
No.
West.
So we're looking at
west. And then east?
So we could end here. We could end here. We could pitch one of the souths and end up somewhere in here, but that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense.
Not really. Most of the board is to the south, so I kind of trust
Yeah.
the south.
And by that same logic, more of the board is to the west as well, so maybe we ought to just key it in like this.
Yep.
You want to use the abort card and see if we can
you know
get a
what?
clue?
This seems crucial enough that whatever we're going to need to do, we're going to need to do next turn. So we'd better be in the right place to do it.
Yeah. All right.
Let's redeem it.
All right, mission control. What do you think about this?
You are good to go.
All right.
We're good to go.
All right. Lock it in.
South, south, west, west, east.
Ta-da! All right. And now we're going to get to reuse this one more time, but there's going to be 2 errors.
Yeah, I'm really wishing you guys had held on to that abort for this one with the 2 errors.
That makes a lot of sense.
Hey, you guys were under stress. It was a crack decision. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to find your second command, which once again is south.
Okay.
All right.
And now I'm going to give you not 1, but 2 errors due to the signal boost card, the overload receiver that he used.
Yep.
Shelving those up. Best of luck.
Here we go.
There you go. All right.
We've got an east, a deploy, a collect, a north, and a south, and an east. It's like a clown car. They just keep coming. Wow.
Well,
the collect and the deploy at least have to be part of it. Otherwise, we can't win. Oh.
Right. We can't collect first because we're already carrying something.
Right.
And like,
no,
we
wait
can't
a minute.
drop,
Only the deploy. Only the deploy is relevant. The collect might be one of our red herrings.
True.
Because if we're carrying the wrong thing now, we're screwed, right?
Like, why was it that when we were standing here, that we then had a card sending us east? We do know that because of the abort command, Michael confirmed that we're not in the wrong place.
No.
So why
the energy
wasn't that
pack was here, so we had to get it. Yeah.
Note that east was not deploy. If we can't be putting it here, because otherwise it would just would have been a deploy command there.
Right.
Well,
so I think we've either got to put it here
I strongly
or yikes. It's either here or here.
Well, it can't be.
No, you're right. It can't be there because we got to go south first.
So it's probably.
And why are you, just for our listeners, why are you saying it can't be here?
Because of the fact that you had the east command instead of the deploy command in the last turn, which brought us back to where we are now, rather than deploying it on the spot.
And that's in the west direction, and you have no west commands.
Right. And also south is our second command, so we can't move and then immediately do anything.
I think this north is a decoy, not a decoy, an error.
I think so.
I think the collect is an error.
I think so. I think we're supposed to put it right here.
So if we go
south,
south,
and the rescue pods,
east, and deploy. Ready?
No, we can't do that. That would have us deploying right onto the rescue pods, and we cannot. Switch that. Error. There we go. We can do that. Woo!
All right, south, east, deploy. Kindly move this gentleman.
Whoops.
And
all right, and the moment of truth. Yay!
Congratulations!
We did it!
That was incredibly close. I had to make you do an entire tour around the entire station to complete all 3 missions. That was a sprint. You only made one mistake. But it worked out well. Congratulations, guys.
Yay!
Awesome.
Well, that was pretty tense.
That was pretty tense. That was only a medium difficulty game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it gets harder than that, and we were playing with all the time we wanted in that round, so we could have done that without the transmission cards and played with the timer app instead. But we'll save that for another night, and we'll go ahead and just wrap it up here. So everyone, thank you for joining us. We hope you'll also join us for the Kickstarter this upcoming Thursday, February 7th. Incoming transmission is returning to Kickstarter to fund more features to this incredible app we're devising, and make more improvements to the physical game too for all new backers that want to jump in. So Michael, thank you very much, and
Thank you for having me here. Always
Nemo,
fun.
thank you for playing with us as well.
Yeah, let's do this again soon. This is great.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, folks, from all of us at Magic Meeple Games, I want to thank you all for joining us at the test department, and we'll see you next time. Someone explode that table. Good night.